President of India Ramnath Kovind has signed off on the appointment of Justice NV Ramana as the next Chief Justice of India. Justice NV Ramana is set to become the 48th CJI. Justice Ramana's name was recommended by Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde to take over the country's highest judicial office in line with the seniority norm followed by the Supreme Court in appointing the Chief Justices. Justice Ramana will have a considerably long tenure as the Chief Justice of India with over 16 months at the helm before he retires on August 26, 2022. In fact, it will be the longest tenure as the Chief Justice of India for nearly a decade. Late Justice S.H. Kapadia was the last judge to have had a longer tenure lasting from May 2010 to September 2012. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray led Maharashtra government and former Home Minister of Maharashtra Anil Deshmukh today moved the Supreme Court of India through separate appeals challenging the Bombay High Court order which had allowed for a CBI preliminary inquiry into the allegations levelled by former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh on Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh. The Maharashtra government has primarily argued that the Bombay High Court was hearing a petition on the aspect of maintainability and that in no way it could have passed a final order against Deshmukh without any pleadings in the case. Anil Deshmukh has primarily argued in his petition that never before in the annals of judicial history has it been seen that allegations made against a sitting minister of a state has been taken at its face value and a CBI probe or a probe by an outside agency, as Deshmukh calls it, has been ordered. Deshmukh has submitted that he was not called before the court to furnish a reply and that the Bombay High Court order paints the entire state investigating machinery as untrustworthy. Goa Assembly Speaker today informed the Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde-led bench that he would render his decision on the disqualification petition filed against the 10 MLAs who had switched from Congress to BJP by April 20th. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta had informed the court that the decision by the Speaker would be intimated to the court and delivered on April 22nd. However, Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal pressed for an earlier date since the CJI is slot to retire on April 23rd. Heeding to this request, the Goa Speaker will now deliver his decision on April 20th, and a hearing in the Supreme Court is likely to take place on April 21st. Our Chief Justice of India, S.A. Bobde-led bench today reserved its orders on a petition which was filed seeking to lay the electric transmission lines in the state of Rajasthan and Gujarat underground so as to save the population of the Great Indian Bustard. Senior Advocate Sham Devan for the petitioners primarily argued that these heavy birds were nearing extinction and that even though there are breeding centers in Rajasthan and Gujarat for these birds, these efforts will not reap any benefit if the electric high voltage lines are not laid underground. State of Rajasthan and Gujarat, relying upon the central government's affidavits, submitted that laying down such electric high voltage lines underground will at the end cost farmers' life. However, the Chief Justice of India observed that this only means that the parties are not willing to spend much and go deeper in the ground for laying those high voltage lines. The Chief Justice of India also remarked that the tenders regarding the laying of these high voltage electric lines underground was issued, and some of these tenders which have been issued, for example, in the Nagpur Road, etc., are in semi-urban or rural areas. Well, that's all from Supreme Court Today. Do stay tuned with Supreme Court Today tomorrow as well. And don't forget to like and share baranbench.com.